In this lesson, we're going to look at some common fractions that you need to know. So for students to move forward, if they can learn these, learn to draw them and understand them, it'll be much easier. Now, before I go ahead, I just want to write some fractions to go over what we learned in lesson 1. So here we have a fraction, 1/2. The top part is called the numerator. The bottom part is called the denominator. And this is a proper fraction because the numerator is smaller than the denominator. Now with a fraction like this, the numerator is bigger than the denominator. So this is an improper fraction, 3/2. Now with this number here, 2 and 1/3. This is a mixed number because you have a whole part and a fraction part. So these are the common fractions we want to learn to draw, and we'll use the pizza model. 1/2, 1/3, 1/4, 1/5, 1/6, 1/8, and 1/10. And that should be enough. If you can learn to draw these, it'll make your fractions much easier. Our first fraction is 1/2. 1 in the numerator, 2 in the denominator. So let me draw my pizza. Now if you look carefully, we want to cut the pizza into 2 equal parts. So we draw a line straight down the middle. So that's the center. We have 2 equal parts. And we just want to shade one part. So let me just quickly shade that. So now I have 1/2. 1/2 of a pizza shaded. Our next pizza is 1/3. 1 for the numerator, 3 for the denominator. So let me draw my pizza. I'm going to draw the center. And this is how I like to draw it. I like to draw lines straight up. And now if you've seen the Mercedes sign, I'm going to aim for this spot here and this spot here. I'm going to try to make 3 equal pieces. So watch this, from the center to this dot that I've drawn, and from the center to this dot that I've drawn. So these 3 pieces are equal. And I just want one piece. So I'm going to shade in one. I can shade in any piece that I want. I'll shade this one in. So now I have 1/3 of a pizza. Now I want to do 1/4. So 1 for the numerator, 4 for the denominator. 1/4. So let me draw my pizza. And I'm going to draw the center of the pizza. Now in school, you'll have been taught halve it and halve it again. That's the simplest way to do a quarter. So I now have 1, 2, 3, 4 equal pieces. So I have 4 pieces and I want to shade in 1. So let me just shade this in. So I've shaded in 1 out of 4 pieces. So I've shaded in 1/4. So let me try 3/4. Draw my pizza. There's the center. So I want to cut it into 4 equal pieces. So I halve it and I halve it again. And I want to shade in 3 pieces. So 1, 2, and 3. So I now have 3/4 shaded in. Now I want to shade in 1/5. 1 for the numerator, 5 for the denominator. So let me draw my pizza. There's the center. Now this is how I like to see it. A line straight up, that's like your head. So think of your head like this. And then you do a star jump. Now when you do your star jump, your arms go up to about there. So I'm going to draw one line that way and one line that way. And your legs go up as well. One there and one there. So I'm going to draw these. So now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equal pieces. It looks a bit wonky, but try to keep them as even as possible. So those are the arms and those are the legs. Now I want to shade in one piece, so I can just pick any piece. I could pick this one and shade that in. So now I have 1/5. So let me try 3/5. There's my pizza. There's the center. I like to do a star jump. Start off with the head going straight up, and my arms will go there and there, there and there. So that's the center. And the legs come up as well when you're doing your star jump, there and there. So now we have 5 equal pieces here, and I want to fill in 3 because the numerator is 3. So I want 3/5. 1, 2 and 3. So I have shaded in 3/5 of the pizza. Now I want to do 1/6. So let me just draw my pizza here. That's my pizza. Now if I'm clever, I know how to draw a third. It's the Mercedes sign. So that line goes straight up, and I do 2 points here, and I draw the line from the center to that point and from the center to this point. So if you notice, I've got 1, 2, 3 equal pieces. Now if I'm clever, if I split each piece into 2 equal pieces, I'll have 6 altogether. So if I look carefully along here, find a halfway mark there. If I find a halfway mark here, and finally if I find a halfway mark along here, it's about there. So now I have 6 pieces, that's the denominator, and I want to shade in 1. So I can pick any piece and just shade it in. So I now have 1/6. So let me try 5/6. There's my pizza. And I'm going to cut them into thirds first. It'll be much easier. And it's the Mercedes sign. So if I go down here and down here. So now I have 1, 2, 3 pieces. And I want to split these up into equal pieces as well. So that is about there. This is about here. And finally the last piece is there. So I have now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 equal pieces. And I want 5 pieces shaded. So let me just pick 5 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now I have 5/6 shaded. Now I'm going to do 1/8. So I want to split the pizza up into 8 pieces. Let me draw my pizza. And there's the center. So the center's important. So how did we draw a quarter? So that's what I'm going to do first. So I'm going to halve my pizza and halve it again. So what I've got is really quarters. Now if I cut each quarter into 2 equal pieces, I'll end up with 8 pieces. So if I'm careful, I can find the middle here and draw a line to the center. I can find the middle here and draw the line across there. The same thing here if I go across and keep going. So now if you look carefully, I've got 8 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces. So I want to shade in 1 because 1 is on the numerator, the top. So if I just pick 1 randomly, I have now got 1/8 shaded. So let me do that again here. I have my circle and I have the center. So first of all, I want to make quarters. So I halve it and I halve it again. Now I want to cut each piece into 2 equal pieces. So there's halfway along this line here. So I draw that and I keep extending it. And this piece here, if I cut that in half and I keep extending it, I've got 8 pieces. And let's say I want 7/8 shading. So I want 7/8 of my pizza shading. Let me do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I can pick any one of these. 7. So I've now shaded in 7/8 of this pizza. Now I want to draw 1/10. There's my circle and there's the center. So what I'm going to do is do 1/5 first. And what did we say 1/5 was? A star jump. So there's the head, there's the arms, and there's the legs. So that is a 1/5 in each piece. Now what I can do is split each piece into 2 equal pieces. So if I look at this piece here, the middle's there, and if I draw a line across there, same thing here. If I find the middle, it's about here. Same thing with this one. There's the middle. Go across. And this piece. And finally, it's this last piece. I need to find the middle. About there. And carefully draw a line. So now if I look carefully, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've got 10 pieces. And I want to shade in 1/10. So I can pick any piece randomly. And I've shaded in 1/10. So let me just quickly remind you. This here is 1/2 or half. This is a third or third. This is a quarter. Now this here is a 1/5. This here is a 1/6. Now if I go over here, this is a 7th. This is an 8th. This is a 9th. And this here is a 10th.